Why do TikTokers? That's it. Why? Hey, my name is Skai, or Santa Claus, and welcome to this little corner of YouTube where I talk about basically whatever I want to talk about. Can we please just ignore the fact that during the whole video I look like a ghost potato? I haven't quite figured out my YouTube lighting game, so excuse me for that. This is yet another video about TikTok's cringe. So I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this post. It was a TikTok with a male on it. This male was in court, and it wasn't just a short clip, it was an actual edit, a simp edit for a murderer. So we can all clearly say that this is yet another internet's problem, or should we say TikTok and Instagram's children's problem, which is even more disturbing in my opinion. So before I get all my points across, I'll just explain what actually happened. In May of 2018, 18-year-old Cameron Herrin drove his brand new car that his parents bought him like just days before the accident happened, and like a few days, or I don't know, it was 2 days after his graduation. So we can clearly smell a privilege, which is not necessarily a bad thing, like not at all, until it comes to the point when you feel entitled and better than everyone else, when you act better. In Cameron's case, not following the rules that exist for everyone on the road, and they are also there for everyone's safety, which is, like, as we all know, very important. So based on the information I gathered that day, Cameron was driving this new car with his friend and his brother. In that area, speed limit was like 30 to 40 miles an hour, and he drove 102 miles an hour. This cannot be by accident. And for anyone that's defending him, I'm sorry, but you're kind of a... So he caused a terrible car accident where 24-year-old mommy Jessica died that same day, and her almost 2-year-old daughter died as well, like one day after. First of all, I'm deeply sorry. This is horrible, but sadly those things happen, and the only thing that we can do is to prevent it, which is a whole unknown term to our dear Cameron. I believe that he even drove without his driver's license. Yikes. Look, the fact is he's a criminal. But let's jump into another problem that includes TikTok and TikTokers. TikTok is problematic. Who'd think? We all know, at least most of us, that TikTok is problematic for like many trends that are going on. For example, where people think of the most random facts about what's beautiful and what's not, and it's like totally stupid. It's also known for the extreme sensitivity together with the whole internet. For any opinion, even the most apologetic ones, I can't describe how many times I told my opinion and it was like totally apologetic, like I tried to make it sound as good as possible, like I tried to make it come across really well, and people on the internet were like just try to argue, and I was like, okay, not in real life though, just like on internet. It's known for criticizing every little detail of videos that people post and get cancelled for just anything, because 13-year-old Emily's with Black Lives Matter and Pride flag in their Instagram bios like to make an opinion about you based on nothing. Trolls. So TikTok is known for like many of those like weird toxic things, but today I am the one cancelling TikTok for simping over criminals. TikTok's children simping over criminals. And this is like so disturbing. Not actually for simping, I have no problem if people are simps or not. You do you. I'm cancelling it for defending murderers just because they are young and attractive. Because this is a case. Let me just show you what am I talking about. Would this be a case? I'm talking about Cameron, but this is also meant in general. Like, would this shit be a case if Cameron was old and not conventionally attractive? I think we all know the answer. Like, this is not even a new thing. We all know about Ted Bundy, the serial killer that got like comments thirsting over him, and Jeremy Meeks, a criminal who became a model. This picture was pretty viral a few years ago about the Cameron. Like, people's arguments for defending him are, oh, he's too young to go to prison, oh, he didn't mean to. Sure, he didn't mean to kill anyone, but he clearly drove way over the speed limit. Family and friends, of course, said that he didn't have the intent to hurt anyone, that he was such a caring person. Mental health professional even testified that his brains weren't fully developed yet at 18 and that he wasn't aware what was he doing. It's like, bruh, he was driving the car, speeding, and you're here telling me that his brains weren't developed yet to, like, what? And he had whole life in front of him thing. What about 2-year-old Lillia and 24-year-old Jessica? Like, I swear, TikTokers, and not even TikTokers, like people on the internet, or people, they will defend anyone, in this case criminals, just because they have such an amazing personality. Oh wait, no. It also may be a thing, you know, the fantasy of dating a criminal and turning him in a good person. But this is real life, this is not Twilight. Anyways, the point is, TikTok just never fails to disappoint me. That's why I'm not even on it. I have the profile, like I don't post anything. Like maybe I'll start posting music in the future, but we'll see about that. But in general, I just really dislike the whole app. But that's just me. If you enjoy the app, if you create cool content and don't thirst over murderers, that's great. Cameron himself has nothing to do with the sim posts. Like, he isn't creating accounts to do the sim posts. Like, this is... The problem about this is not in him. And I truly blame the responsible TikTok users. But this just shows that pretty privilege is a real thing. I mean, we all know that it's a real thing, right? Not just to the extent of preferring someone over his good looks, which I'm pretty sure we've all been guilty at some point and still are sometimes. And that's like completely common and normal thing to do. Not just to the extent that we like to pay for a drink for a pretty girl that doesn't necessarily like us, but we do it anyways because she's pretty. Okay, it's a psychology thing, but to the point of justifying a really serious crime that caused shit tons of pain, deaths, and God knows what else. Like, pretty privilege came to the point where we're literally defending murderers. Not we, like some people. Bro, taking footage of someone in court, like from his trial, and putting heart filters on it, like with the "he's too cute to go to prison." Also, he got sentenced for only 24 years at his 21, like, what's the logic? Like 24 years for double murder. Yeah, it was a car accident, but he clearly wasn't following the rules. It just frustrates me of how many posts there are under the hashtag of Justice for Cameron Herrin. Like, when I saw that sim TikTok, I was like, what the f-? I was 100% that every comment under that post would be like, this is sick. But no, when I found the hashtag, I was just like so angry at people, or teenage girls or boys, or not even teenage, I don't know, like who would make those? So I was angry at people like who are creating fan pages for a murderer. 120 miles an hour in area where 30 miles an hour is a speed limit is clearly not a tiny mistake. I was literally like arguing with a person on Instagram. They were saying, yeah, he didn't mean to, and we all make mistakes, we're all human. Like, bro, yeah, we make mistakes, but we don't accidentally kill two people. It's just like, ugh. To create a hashtag, Cameron Herrin is not a criminal. Like, what about 2 innocent lives being ended? Some people are even giving him the pat on the back, like, oh, he took the responsibility, he's so strong for doing that. Like, you go, Cameron. Taking responsibility for a murder is not something you should like fangirl about. And like saying for all of us that don't agree that he's not a criminal, that we're just haters. Like, now that I'm saying it out loud, I feel like it's so weird for me to make this video because like everyone would think how I think. But then I see those posts and I'm like, I guess not. Literally all because he's pretty. And before you say kids are making this, they don't know what they're doing, like, isn't Excuse the noise. Isn't kids making those like already a big problem? Years go by, technology is progressing, social media as well, which is great for the creators. Like, it's really great. People are making that coin through social media, and like that seems so awesome to me, but not if the creators make a negative impacts, like toxic impacts on society, especially like the younger populations. If we can stop them from creating a questionable content, we should at least prevent the accessibility to this content to like children and young teenagers. I'm not trying to be like all parenty and oh, I'm so normal and I'm so perfect and I'm just so like rational every single second. Like, no, I'm not saying that. But in this particular case, you kind of have to agree with me. When you're approximately 17 years old, it's not that problematic when you see questionable content, because you will at least think about it. This is okay, or I don't know, I will stay out of it. You rationally analyze what's okay and what's not. But children don't see that, they can't see that. In this case, also they are the victims of that. And all this is just like piling up and creating a damaged mind. In this case, thirsting over murderers and making edits. Parents, please acknowledge this and do something at the right time. Don't ignore it or deal with it after some time when the child is already so much deep into it, because he will hate you for wanting to intervene. Prevention, people. Internet is full of crazy stuff, and I'm not saying at all that we should be like 100% normal, that we should be like all about rationality and all about thinking with a 100% critique. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I quite adore weirdness and crazy humor.
I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
But like, until it's a humor, not freaking brainwashed, unaware state of mind type of thing, using social media for all that crap that I described. I'm also glad that the whole internet being problematic thing is addressed as it should be, like it's a bare minimum. There are tons and tons of videos on YouTube which talk about why Instagram, TikTok, the whole internet is problematic in a way. So there's no point of me like going super into details. I really wanted to make so many points in this video, but it's actually not even deep. Like, people are just stupid. That's it. The way how TikTok and social media had impacted the society, especially teenagers and kids. I legit see children on the street like filming TikToks and wearing a shirt with a TikTok logo on it. There's nothing wrong with dancing, putting it on the internet when you're like a child. Like, it's still sad that you have to have internet to have fun as a child. I use internet a lot to entertain myself, but when you're a child, like using internet, this is just so sad. I'm not hating on them for liking TikTok, doing dances, but when Addison Rae becomes someone you look up to, it's just like...
Can I take a picture with you? Oh yeah, of course. Here, let me do this TikTok really quick. Yeah, I'll get out of it.
Kind of a problem not to hate on her. You know what? Yes, to hate on her. Doing dances and just like becoming viral. Again, because she's pretty, and not just her, like many TikTokers. They're literally like millionaires and have so much recognition. I mean, I know that internet is like making fun of them, but still, like having millions and millions of followers, like they basically don't need a job. I mean, they don't need a job. Like, if I had all this internet audience to make money, like of course I wouldn't go to job. But like children spending time on TikTok, I'm judging it. I'm honestly judging it. And I don't even like to judge. Like, I really don't like to judge. And just think about how bad it actually is. But I also blame the parents. I'm not trying to be some super smart, yeah, I know all about parenting, but it's just like, bro, can you put the money for something else, not to buy a 6-year-old a phone and he's already on social media. I made social media accounts when I was like 16, 15. Yeah, 15. Parents, put the money aside for the phone until child is at least 12. Or educate yourself about the apps that could like harm or brainwash your children. At least do basic research for things to not go out of control. I'm stating my opinion only. If you don't like it, I'm not forcing you to watch this video, be on my channel. But if you agree with my opinions, please just like comment down below what you think about it. If you want to, you can subscribe. Please do. I give out cookies. And like this video if you want to. Yeah, so Skai loves you. See you in the next video. Bye.